Heart to heart. No matter how old you are or where you live, we all have the same question. What is he thinking?
What's she thinking? No matter how hard you try, you'll never figure out men and women.
So you guys have me, Stephanie, to speak for the ladies.
And me, Benji, to represent the guys. We're here to help you with all your questions on love.
It is hard
to hide.
Benji.
Yes.
Okay, so we have to start with some news. So everyone, tonight we have it's an unfortunate news for Heart to Heart, and especially for Heart to Heart's loyal fans. It is the last day to share our Heart to Heart message with everyone.
Oh, no.
And also it's the last day for Benji to come in as a guest for Heart to Heart, but since he became an official DJ on Music Access, you can see him more, not in on Soundcake, but yes, in other show. So Benji, are you sad?
I'm sorry, everybody.
Aww.
I want to stick around, but we
have to let you go.
It's hard.
It is very hard.
I'm gonna cry.
You know what? And since we gained a lot of love and messages from our listeners, of course, what we're going to do tonight is read our previous heart-to-heart messages. So these messages might be... we read that. We read those, but the thing is, I don't know if we can remember all those advices that we gave him. So, if we don't remember, we can give a new one, right?
Yeah, I mean, I'll remember everything. I don't know if you'll remember everything.
We'll see what happens.
All right.
Okay? All right, Benji. So, are you ready? Well, it's time for us to reminisce. And let's start with Haley 3's message, Benji.
Oh my gosh, it's Haley 3. Hey, Haley 3 from Morocco.
Oh my goodness.
Wow, this was in January
I know.
of this year. Wow. It says, hello, I've known this guy for a year now, but he's always been away because of studies. He comes back once in a while to Morocco. It's just weird between us. It's like it's obvious that I like him and that he likes me, but we're friends anyway. It's the right thing to do since I'll also be studying in another country next year, and we're mature, so even if one of us dates someone else, it's alright for both of us. He also confessed, and I confessed somehow, but we just talk like it was in the past. It was a sad confession somehow. I don't know, it's weird to describe. I spent a lot of time thinking if it's okay to be friends when I have different feelings for him. It'll be easier to just stop talking about him, but I need him. I feel down a lot, and he makes me feel better about everything. My sleep was really disturbed because of anxiety. After getting to know him and talking to him, I slept peacefully once. No anxiety, nothing. That's when I knew that I had feelings for him. But soon I started liking him too, and I got even more stressed because of it.
Oh.
He said he could be himself when he was with me, and it just meant a lot to me. He's coming back in less than a month. I don't know if I should see him. I keep wondering if it's really worth it. It's just very disturbing. I'm fragile. Haha. Last time I saw him, I felt so sick and dizzy after he left. I hate liking someone so much because I changed. I usually don't get sick over boys. What's that?
Okay, so we kind of do remember this situation. So both of them, they actually made a confession.
Yes.
So our listener and the boy, the guy, made the confession. They know each other, that they know that they're liking each other.
We never got feedback for this.
Feedback? We don't really get the feedback from our listeners heart to heart. But the thing is, do you remember? Do you remember the advice that we gave her?
I think at the time when we were talking about this, one of the things we said was they're not officially boyfriend and girlfriend because of the distance. And then we mentioned how long distance
is not working.
It doesn't always work out. And then I think the differing opinion was that some of it was it's long distance. So if it's too hard, then we don't recommend to go for it. But then the other one was if you're willing to go for it and risk all that long distance, then you should really just try.
So I think we kind of let our listener to kind of like calm herself down and then see what happened after you guys like they graduate or after they finish studying.
Yeah,
because they have to focus on studying, of course. And then just like Benji said, a long distance relation. Remember Jessie was here and she was talking about the long distance relationship, how the that long distance relationship doesn't really work out.
Yep.
So for Haley 3, not only Haley 3, for those of you who are suffering from this kind of, similar situation, we kind of recommend that to not have a long distance relationship. But life in general, we never know what's going to happen in the future. So it's a good thing that our listener and the guy having a feeling, and then they actually made the first move, which is a very great thing.
Yep.
But for now, I think keeping the friendship is good for now. And then see what happens in the future after you guys, meet again.
Yep. Because she did mention that she's studying in another country next year. So even when he comes back to Morocco, Haley 3 is not going to be there.
But for now, for the better future, yes, our listeners and everyone is studying hard to achieve their dream. And it's that passion. It's very important.
It's true.
Yeah, so I think whoever are related to this kind of situation, you guys can keep that in mind, that our advice. All right, very nice. It's like we're reminiscing, and this is like bittersweet for me.
This is weird.
I know, isn't it?
This is weird.
This is very weird. And we've been talking about it, and we've been laughing about it, and somehow we are kind of realizing that it's the last day, and then it's like those of you who have this kind of situation, it's like make sure to survive.
It's like I have my own heart to heart right now. It's like dear Stephanie, Benji, and who used to be here, Jessie.
Who used to be here.
Who used to be here, Jessie.
But Benji, you're leaving too. But we'll see you in Arirang building, so.
Yeah.
Of course. All right, so let's move on to our second one. This is Bumblebee 04. We remembered your ID.
Oh, I do remember.
Henny from Germany. So here we go. Well, today I found out that my ex-boyfriend and one of my closest friends are dating. Well, it's not today. It's actually last year, 2014. So end of last year, which was in December. And my friend posted a picture of two, so holding hands on her SNS. And I immediately recognized the other hand as my ex-boyfriend's one. Oh, and I was really hurt, and I asked another friend if she knew anything about it, and it turned out that all of my friends knew about this, and no one told me. I remember this one. Oh my goodness, and I don't even know what to say about it. I feel dumb and alone. Well, can I even trust any one of them? And I still love my ex-boyfriend, and we broke up in good terms, but I still really love him. The worst thing is that they are both in my class.
Oh, yes.
And how should I talk to them now? Should I show or tell them that I know about them dating? I really don't know, and I hope can give me some advice. OMG.
This was angry advice. Yes. I remember this.
Yes, this really was. And we were kind of angry about how other mutual friends didn't tell our listener what really was going on.
Yeah.
This is so annoying. Still annoying.
This is still, looking at this, it's still, I remember exactly, what happened. We're reading this, I don't understand how your friends couldn't tell you about it.
It's like your friends or the mutual friends are not friends.
Yeah, and then, the closest girl, and then, oh, man.
This is, the worst part is they are in the same class.
Heart to heart makes you angry, guys. This is why I couldn't. No, I'm just kidding.
That's why
you're living. Emotional buildup. It's too much. I can't handle it. My heart's too weak.
But seriously, well, our listener, she kind of assumed that it was her ex-boyfriend by just looking at the picture of his hand.
But I mean, girls know, don't you?
Well, of course we
Right?
know. Of course we know. Of course.
And then once you see, like, whether it's a hand or even if it's just, like, maybe, like, a finger or something. Like, girls know.
Well, because the girls do get really sensitive about, like, we know the appearance, but appearance-wise, we recognize everything.
Be careful, guys.
I know, be careful.
It's just like I'm giving you advice too, because girls are just always like they're on like fleek for everything.
Yeah. Now it's like I'm thinking about Jessie getting so angry, and then she just couldn't talk because she was just, I don't know, she's so
like,
angry.
Oh my god, like, Benji, you do it. You know what to say. Benji, you do it.
I know. She was so angry she couldn't say a word. But anyways, to prevent this kind of a problem, the actual question was, should I show or tell them that I knew about this relationship? I think my answer was no, though.
I think it was no. Just like totally ignore them though.
Right.
Like ice them out, ignore them.
It's like act normal, Just being in the class, focus on study. It's like it will make our listener feel awkward and make other people awkward if our listener just come, go and say like, I knew about this relationship, that's kind of weird.
It's weird. I think what we talked about was that once you ice them out, they're gonna notice it, and they might come up and talk about it first. But you shouldn't be the one to pull it out first.
No. And what if the other what is it? What if they just say no?
No?
They might say no.
No to what?
Like if our listeners say, let's say if our listener says like, I knew about this relationship, and they said, oh, we're not going out.
Then that's worse.
That's worse. That's making our listener like a little bit more in the dark side, alright? That's not
you don't wanna
cool.
go there.
No. So, you said, Henny, that feels awkward and you feel dumb, but for now, ignoring them, that's the best idea for now, because when you just go and then pretend that you know everything, then that will make you feel a little bit more dumber.
You won't feel good about it, even if you're aware of everything. So. The moment you start bringing this up, and the moment it starts a whole new drama.
It is.
That you just don't want to get involved in.
Yeah, and then the friends will talk about it. Since the friends didn't tell you what really was going on, well, they will maybe try to protect her. But no, that's not actually what? Good friends.
A good friend. Friends too. They're just like bumming me out.
Yeah. And they're all in the same classes. This is very annoying. But those of you who are in this kind of situation, I think ignorance is the key word. Steal
her pencils and pens.
Oh my god.
Steal her like small items, like one by one.
Don't listen to Benji, okay?
Stealing.
The dark side. Stealing is not a good idea, but for now, just try to not act cool. If you just forget about them, then you will just be naturally act cool in front of them, and that's okay. And hopefully you can move on from liking him, because our listener says she's still in love with her ex-boyfriend, but ex mean is past.
And there's better guys out there.
Oh yes,
much better.
Half of the world, they're men.
I'm right here. I'm just saying.
Okay, Bumblebee 04, Hanny, thank you very much. Oh, that really was about 6 months ago. Wow. So we've been reading a lot of heart-to-heart messages, right?
That's like my debut, like after like 3-4 months.
Oh, wow. Are you serious? Wait, what was it?
Because we debuted in July.
Oh, so that's like four or five months after, and then you were, you were very active with the hello.
I was still nervous in front of you.
Oh.
No, I'm serious.
Really?
The first time that we ever did broadcast was on the, besides the group, we had that double DJ day.
Right, exactly.
Right? And then that day I was super, super nervous. I didn't know what to do. And then I was like, oh my gosh, it's Stephanie. Like, oh my gosh.
Well, we had great time. We had fun.
We had fun.
Yes, there was a very special day, which was the 11th anniversary of Arirang. Arirang Radio.
Yep.
So for the celebration, yes, I had a co-DJ, and it was Benji. After the BIG's interview, I was saying that, I want Benji. For that day. And then somehow you became a guest. And then now you're DJ. High five, high five,
High five. It's all thanks to Stephanie. Like, really, like, it's crazy.
Oh my goodness. But now we have to let him go because he's an official DJ now.
But okay, I'll still visit.
Of course. So we'll see. All right. So what we're going to do is take a short music break and continue our Heart to Heart. This is Fantastic by The Gloss. Alright, welcome back everyone. You're listening to Sound K, and I'm your DJ Stephanie. For Heart to Heart, we are here with Benji in our studio.
Yep.
And it is the last day for...
Stephanie, oh no, I'm so sorry. I'm just kidding.
No, not me, Benji, for joining us for the Heart to Heart. So today we are reading the previous message that our listeners sent in, and we are going to read the next one, Benji.
Wow, this one comes from Pink Deem 20 from France, and this is in October of last year.
Oh my goodness, 2014.
Wow.
Go
ahead.
ahead.
So it says, hello DJ.
Hello?
There is a boy in my new class. He is the bad player style boy.
Uh-oh.
He's always laughing hard and saying silly jokes. I'm not the shy, very talkative girl, his opposite, but I like when people are confident in themselves. While at an internship, he was very funny with other people, and he saw me laughing, hiding my mouth, and came to speak with me. He kept telling me, why are you laughing? What makes you laugh like that? And shaking my seat on the bus with an angelic smile.
Oh.
I just said to him, you...
Oh, he said that!
After I felt very weird, like I was sick and my heart was beating so fast.
Oh my gosh.
When I see him, I just smile and I want to talk with this boy. I think it's the first time I'm like that. The problem is that I'm shy and he's very funny. What can I do?
Okay.
Thank you.
Well, there's nothing is wrong. It's just a...
You like
personality, personality. And I think he was just checking that by asking this question. He said, what? Benji, go ahead, read again.
Should I read it like in character?
Yes, go ahead.
So he's like, yeah, why are you laughing? What makes you smile like that?
Oh my God.
And then she said,
because of you.
I can't...
Oh, my fingers are grinning.
Oh my gosh. This isn't a drama, right?
Because of you, I am laughing. You guys checked, our listener checked, and the boy, each other's heart. And I thought that this was a total green light for them. I don't know what happened after this, but since this was last year, well, I could see that they spend at least the same semester.
Yeah.
You know? So we don't know the updates, but I'm assuming that they kept the good relation. As a friend or the boyfriend or girlfriend, doesn't really matter. But this was a good sign, right?
You know what I just thought of?
What?
I didn't think of this reading this, but I thought of this now. Because Pink Team 20 talks about how she's a shy, not very talkative girl, but somehow when asked the question, what are you laughing at, she had enough courage to be you.
Saying you.
That's interesting.
So she was showing her heart.
To heart.
Right?
Oh.
Okay, so anyways, guys showing these signs, Benji, it's very obvious.
Really?
It's very obvious, right?
Really? Oh, you mean when the girl says this?
No, when the guy says, asking this kind of questions, to go up to the girls saying like, oh, why are you laughing? And then checking how she's doing, and it's like,
Oh, I mean, okay, I do that a lot, actually. Like, I'm not like I go up to random girls and be like, hey, what are you doing?
Oh, no,
that's
like that, but
scary. Like, if I think that if a guy is asking this, obviously he has a certain amount of interest. It exists.
So we were saying that he was totally aware of our listener, and our listeners, it seems like she was waiting for that question.
Yep.
So she was just right there. It's like ready to answer, and she said, "You." That was awesome. So for the guys, I think through this heart-to-heart segment corner, I think, Benji, you told us like 2 million times, but when the guys show sign, that means that the guy has at least a little bit of interest in you.
Yep.
And which is a very good sign.
It is a good sign. I mean, if a guy's coming up to you and asks what you're laughing at, that's like an extended conversation right there. It's not, it's if he's asking something that's not a yes or no question, that's a good sign.
Yeah. And you won't ask any question if you're not interested in girl.
We won't even talk to you.
Exactly.
We'll just be like, oh, that's a girl. Moving on.
So whoever, our listeners who have this similar situation, going through this similar situation, you can apply that Benji's advice. Okay.
Talk to your girl.
All right, let's move on to our next one. We have Hanane. Okay, from Morocco. This is also from 2014, which was last year. Saying, hello, my name is Hanea. And my best friend and I are in love with same guy. The best friend.
I remember this too.
They are in love in the same guy. It's tearing our friendship apart, and we haven't talked to each other for days. She stopped coming to my house every day, and it completely gives me that cold shoulder. Worst of all, our crush liked the both of us equally.
Ooh.
Wait a minute, really? Oh, okay, so I really don't want to lose my best friend to a boy, but I also don't want to let this guy go. Because he's really special. What should I do? Wait a minute, I kind of remember the first part, but I didn't remember the second part, that he likes both of them equally.
I remember this one.
He's such a player. Oh my
goodness. And I think what did we say? It was like, because he's a player, to first just like find a different guy, I think. But then after that, if you really, really need to like go do something, then just find out who he likes more. Just like directly go up to ask him and pick between this person and this person. Don't say you like us equally, because that doesn't provide anything at all.
Oh my goodness. It's not even possible. Well, liking two people, yes, I think it's possible. But love is different situation.
Yeah. I mean, I think I feel like, okay, I'm just gonna be straight about this thing.
Go ahead.
I think that if he really liked or loved one of you, he'd pick. But the fact that he doesn't have enough
greedy.
Yeah, actually. Yeah, like actually, like if you can't decide between this and that, then obviously he's not ready to decide.
He's not.
To put it in a different way, he's not ready to decide on one. He's not ready to commit, maybe.
Exactly. So, and not committed to one girl. What is that sign? What does that mean?
He's a playboy.
Yeah. And do you think that it's worth it to like him?
I mean,
depends.
If you're looking for a relationship, then no, obviously.
I do agree with you, because and if our listeners are just playing around and then saying, because he said that, oh, I like you guys, both of them equally, then you can, just like you say, you can go up to them, you guys can go up to them and say like, oh, you can pick one of us, but if it's like, if our listeners thinking about him a little bit like seriously, then going up to that guy and saying pick one of us, I don't think that's a good idea.
If you're thinking about this seriously, I just wouldn't date this guy at all. I think if you're gonna date this guy, you go in knowing that this guy is gonna play you. He has different intentions. You go into something like this very aware of things that are like, go ahead. No, go ahead.
And I will definitely say, but you really have to keep that friendship, because she said it's a best friend.
Uh-huh.
And it's not worth it to lose a best friend to this guy. And she already said that. And this guy is, I can totally see that he's playing.
We mentioned that too. That friendship is worth more than guys.
For this situation.
For this situation.
So I think Hanaya from Morocco. I don't know if you were tuned in. Probably she was tuned in. Hopefully our advices helped you. I really was wondering what really was going through with our listeners, because we really wanted to have updates. Yeah. But unfortunately, we don't have any. But since we don't, it's okay. We just go over our advices, and then whoever go through this similar situation, can help you guys. So, all right.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. And we have to take another short break and continue. This is 작업의 정석, Art of Seduction by 허영생. All right, welcome back, everyone. That was 작업의 정석, Art of Seduction by 허영생.
I know that, Art of Seduction.
I think it's a perfect song for heart to heart. Seriously, are you ready to read the next one?
No, but I'll read it. So we have Simeon Oana from Romania, and this is in December of 2014.
Oh my goodness, go ahead.
Says, I have a friend from the Philippines who I've been talking to on the internet since last year. We used to be very close, we talked daily, and we shared almost everything with each other. But one day he told me that he likes me, and I said thank you, but I don't share your feelings. I can't like someone virtually on the internet. Well, that was a big mistake because since that moment, he insists every day that people change their feelings, so I might like him after some time.
Oh.
He said that he wants to come to Romania, that he's willing to move here, and he'll wait for me to like him. And then I stopped talking to him. It's just beyond my power of understanding how someone can leave their country and family for a person they met on the internet. A person that doesn't even like you in that way and probably never will. Because if I'm not attracted to a person from the beginning, I never will be. I tried to explain to him in every way, but he doesn't understand. He keeps sending me messages asking why I don't want to talk to him anymore, and I feel like a bad person for not answering him. We used to be friends. What should I do?
Okay, so I think I probably was talking about my experience, how I met this guy through the internet, and it was like cyber lover. Do you remember that?
I remember the term cyber lover.
And the thing was, I dated him for 3 years. I was revealing my past because of our listeners. For some people, I met that guy once, and then we contacted each other. We talked just like Simeon did. We were chatting and we shared like daily updates for several months, and then we became a couple. And I dated him, and it was a long-distance relationship, and of course the cyber lover for 3 years.
Wow.
And for me, it was possible, and I am sure that I was talking about this. But for people, for the guys, I think this guy was very strong at expressing his feelings. And he really had a guts to tell our listener that he really is interested.
To go all the way. Wow.
And visit her. I think visiting there's no problem. Seriously, because then after you guys meet, then something will happen, and you will you will accept the situation a little bit more faster. I will say, because just through the internet, you might not know this person all the way. It's very hard to know the person, who's behind a screen, all the way, right?
It's true, but I mean, if he's willing to move out...
I think he's just saying that...
It's just a phrase?
I think he said, because I'm in love, if I can, I want to move out. Maybe he meant that. I think he was just like that.
The romanticist inside of him.
But think about it, Benji, it's not... Will you just say this?
I wouldn't say this.
Exactly.
I wouldn't say this.
So the guy who said this, he is 100% interested in her, of
I
course,
mean, that's
our
guaranteed.
listener.
That's guaranteed.
And if he didn't have guts to say this or guts to actually visit you, he won't say any kind of similar to this kind of phrase, right?
That's true.
Okay, all
I
right.
mean, I don't know.
And you know what? For the girls, this is a girl's problem. But even the girls, okay, the girl is not interested in this guy. Once the guy kind of approach girl first, and then she starts to what, like aware of that approach. Then the girls will, even they were not interested in the guy, they will think about that person. That's the problem. That's the girl's problem. And that happens often.
Really?
Yeah. So think about it. Benji, you and me, it's like, I know you're my brother, but it's, let's just pretend that we were just friends. And I was not interested in you. At all.
Yeah.
Like zero. But one day we were just friends, and then one day you came up to me, and then you said that, Stephanie, I have feelings for you. And I'd be like, what? You know, you're my little brother. It's like, this is so weird. And then when when I go back home, then I will probably think like, oh, so Benji was thinking about me. And then start to be aware of that, what?
But would that change anything?
Oh, yes. It will change a lot of things.
Really?
Yeah. For the girls, so the guys, you guys have to show your expression. And seriously, you have to really be a man. Go up to her and say that I have a feelings for you. Seriously. And then the girls will think about a different way.
Wow. I didn't know that.
Oh, really?
I did that. Have we ever talked about that?
No, this is a new one. But just like our listener said, she was not interested in him. But somehow, after he made that confession, she was interested in him. Really? It makes sense. It totally makes sense.
Learning till the last day. Always learning new things at Sound K. Heart to heart.
All right, so Simeona Oana, she's our loyal listener, but thank you very much. And that really was a nice message, and which was a year ago, maybe. No, like 7 months ago. 7 months ago, 2014, but still, that was last year.
Wow.
That's crazy. Oh my goodness, but thank you very much once more. Okay, Benji.
Yes?
You're scared?
I'm like, weird. I don't know why I'm scared, though. This isn't scary. It's just, it's radio. I mean, I'm not saying it's meaningless radio, but it's like, you know, I'm not graduating from something. I'm not,
it's just
no one's hurt.
A segment corner. It's just a segment corner.
It's not just a segment corner, but it's weird. I don't like this.
We're saying goodbye. Well, Benji, what you said, you just literally said that you learn.
I did.
You learn, and especially about the relationship. You know, think about it. When you first appeared on the Heart to Heart segment corner, you were so naive.
I had nothing to say. It's just like,
he, could not really say anything about it. Benji was just being so nice. And we're like, oh, Benji.
No, because
this is such a cute, like a little brother. And then somehow you changed into man.
No. It's because, like, when we first debuted, I was like, what should I say to keep my image, like, super clean? It's like,
whatever.
No, I'm serious. Like, it's a dating program. So then what can I say that, like, keeps that kind of, the consistency? But then after doing this for, like, about a month or 2 months, I just kind of realized, you know, looking at these nunas, looking at these girls, they're talking about their past experiences and all this stuff. And I'm like, you know, I think it should be okay, you know,
to say least, the truth. You know, and
I evolved.
Yeah, exactly.
I evolved.
And I think our listener could realize that you changed a lot. It's our staff are saying that Benji is a now grown man, and even your members. I remember I interviewed your group 3 times.
Thank you.
No, seriously, within 7-8 months.
Yeah.
I interviewed you guys 3 times.
Yep.
And then everyone was saying that, oh, now Benji is trying to teach. You remember that?
Yes.
Oh my goodness. Well, Benji, it really was awesome to have you.
It's been an awesome, like...
It was quite an experience.
Like, I remember the first time, every time I came to Sound K, I'd go, like, get makeup done, I'd get my hair done, because it was that big of an event for me.
And now he's not wearing any makeup. Like, any.
I mean, I still look good, though. I've evolved where I don't need makeup anymore. Except for on stage, you know. It's part of... Because, I mean, you're not wearing that much makeup.
No, I don't wear stage makeup.
Right? You wear just, like, a light amount of makeup.
Yeah, well, I have to put some makeup because it's some of our listeners, they turn on their videos, and I don't want them to see my, just a bare face.
Her bare face really looks like a bear face, guys.
Yeah, it does.
Like a bear, like an animal bear face.
Oh, like a bear.
Yeah.
Thank you.
It's pretty scary sometimes. Especially because, like, their hair color changed to yellow, and, bears have that kind of...
Oh, my goodness. Whatever. He's trying to be silly till the last day.
Keep it positive to the last moment.
Oh, yes. It's always very good. Well, Benji, any last word? Because we really have to say goodbye because of the time.
This is weird.
I know. Say it.
All right, guys. Thanks for checking out me on SoundK and supporting me so far. And, thank you so much to Stephanie.
Aww.
I learned so much just as a guest. And, it's helped me so much in becoming a DJ and helping develop me into the person I am now.
Of course.
And, Jesse, you're not here, but, thanks for chilling here. We had fun. I learned a lot about your love life. And,
personal life.
Personal life. And just, everyone, thank you so much. Thank you, PD님. Thank you, 작가님.
Oh, this is
thank
really
everyone.
weird. Don't say that. Oh!
And, tune in to 2 to 4 Music.
Yeah, so there you go. So tune in. No, seriously. Now Benji, he's the DJ. And every day, 2 to 4 p.m., he is the host of...
Music Access.
So we'll see you in Music Access, Benji. And till now, thank you very much for leading. Actually, you were the leader because you were the only guy here.
No, it was a
much.
feminine program. Feminine dominated.
Anyway, so we have to say goodbye, and the last song that we are going to listen to while Benji's here is "I'm in Love" by Secret and Benji. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Alright, so we have to wrap up our show. Before I go, the answer to today's quiz was number 3, J Park Taebom. We are going to announce the quiz winner's name on our message board, so be sure to check that out. And tonight's program was made possible by our producer 정진호, writer 김민아, 김다영, and myself, your host, Stephanie. I will leave you guys with the song 밤과 음악 사이 Between Night and Music by B.I.G. and see you guys tomorrow. Bye bye.